first set of analysis, what we will do, we will understand the concept of age reports and understand how to bucket the data based on some items or based on some conditions. So we will understand what do we mean by bucketization and how do we bring up age reports. So let's move on to the data. So here what we have is a data of employees. Now in this particular data there is something that we can make out and we can provide some details here. Something like this. We have the employee date of birth. So let's see whether we can do anything with this employee date of birth. Now employee date of birth and employee hiring date, these are the two dates related to employees. Now in case you want to make some analysis based on the tenuity and the age of employees, so tenuity within organization and age of employees, then those things can be done using some very simple calculations. So let's understand. So here let's say somewhere you just put today's date. So the function is today. So the moment you put today and you press enter, you can see today's date is coming up. Now what I want the age of a particular employee. So here I understand that this particular name is coming up twice and then this all other names are repeated, but we need not worry about that because we will be taking up a pivot. So this pivot will take care of this repetition as well. So what we will be doing, we can create a small formula. So how do we create the formula? So you see this all formatting concepts, this all putting up this column and then highlighting and then formatting, these all things can be minimized if you can put this data in a tabular format. So let's identify the reasons through which we can actually convert this into a table. So there are multiple ways of achieving this. One thing, we can directly go say format as table and select a design. It asks for the first name and it automatically creates a heading for us. Now what we can do, we can remove the background. The moment you remove the background, you can see that the moment you have this particular borders also removed, because we have added some borders, we can remove the border and we can see that the actual table data has come out. Now since we have repetitive data, we can either choose to create a pivot and then proceed with this calculation, or we can simply put the calculation and then also we can put it in a pivot format. Anyways you would like to take it. So here if I want to bring out the age, so we have already put today's date. See, I'm showing you one method. We will again try out the other method as well. So we'll see what is the difference. So if I want to find out the age, the calculation is very simple. You can say equal to, and here you have employee date of birth, but this has to be subtracted from the current date. So you can say current date. Now current date has to be same for all the records. That's why you press F4. Current date minus employee date of birth. The moment you press enter, you can see that some numbers are coming, but these are not relevant numbers. So what we will do, we can actually click on this number, because this is actually a number which is coming in date format. So because both of them are dates, it is automatically taking it as date format. So no problem, we can click on the previous column, click on format painter, and then we can select the entire column like this, and you can see that The age has come in number of days. Now, this particular number of days can be again modified into number of years, saying this is number of days, and if you divide it by 365, you can actually get the age of the employee, something like this. Now, this is one way of getting the age. There is another method through which you can get the age. So let's try the other method as well. See what is happening here. Since there are multiple records, so this age is coming up multiple times. So what we can do quickly, we can select this data and put a pivot, and this time what we will do, we will not take the age, but we will take rest of the data. So I require employee ID. So all the unique employee IDs have come. I require the first name. So the first name has come. I require the last name. The last name has come. So don't worry about the total. You can just click on this total and press Control and minus. It will go. So Control and minus, if you say, it will go like this. First name, last name, and I'm concerned about the date of birth here. So date of birth I will bring, and I can remove it like this, and the hiring date as well is required for our calculation. So we have brought in the hiring date as well as the date of birth, and maybe the department. So department is something unique, so we will bring out that particular data. So this is another way of quickly consolidating your data from a huge data set. So now everything is unique. So you can see that all the names have come as a unique part. So we have first name, last name, and date of birth, hiring date, and department. So anything else if you would like to take, that is also possible. Just employee contact number can also come. Now this particular data, if we want to convert into a simple table, we can do one thing. We can select the entire data and say paste special values, copy and paste special values. So what happens, the entire data, the table format goes off, and we can see that we have this particular option. So what we can do, we can select the entire sheet and say middle aligned. So here we have, okay, so we see something called William C. Employee code 103 have some issues here. Employee code 103. Let's see, William Smith. It is actually HR department. So which is not coming here. It should be HR. So fine. Maybe by mistake we have removed that. So not an issue. What we can do, we can quickly click on this data and convert it into a table like this, like this. See, it has been converted to a table. So this employee project, we have extracted the unique records and kept it in a particular sheet for analysis. Now this is ready for doing the data bucketing concept. So what we can do here, so we will work on multiple things. So first of all, we will see this age and try to do some bucketing over there. Let's say employee age. So employee age, that what we were saying is, so this is another technique through which you can get the age. Now here, so in this particular sheet, we had brought in the year with some different type of calculation. So this date minus this date divided by 36, converting it into a number. We can do it in a smarter way. We can say equal to year. So these are both our dates. So we can say year of this date minus year of date of birth. The moment you do it like this, sorry, my mistake, this K1 has to be frozen so that it can be used for all the records. So you can see most of the employees have their age in this range. I don't require the total. I can remove the total here.